Hey guys, Ratim here, and today we're back again with Fallout New Vegas, the no-hit run. Now the previous time we finished up the base game, having completed every single quest, main quest, side quest, every single one of them. And today we're going to focus on the final two DLCs. To start that off, we're going to start with the quest Midnight Science Fiction feature, because this is the start for the DLC Old World Blues, which is the one we'll be doing next. Before I go into there, however, I still need to grab a few things, because Old World Blues, as well as Lonesome Road, the DLC after, are the two DLCs where you actually get to keep your stuff when you go in. So with that in mind, I'm going to have to buy a few more things here and there, including ammo, but also, most importantly of all, if we look over here at aid, I still have 3 stealth boys. Now, as you might have remembered, I used those 3 stealth boys during the battle for Hoover Dam, but of course the game saves before you do the final mission, because there's no way back from that, so I still have these 3. And I want at least 15 or so, before I head into Old World Blues. So that means I'm going to have to head on over to the Legion safe house, and just wait for my boy Atticus for like 2 straight weeks, to get as many of those as I can. Before I do that, however, I just want to first head on over to the Gunrunners, and grab some more ammo and other stuff. Here we are. The Gatling laser has focus optics, which increases its damage. It's actually pretty important because, you know, the Gatling laser is known for having a lot of high damage output. So every single shot doing more damage quickly stacks up. I was hoping there'd also be more, but sadly that does not seem to be the case. But that's okay. Here we go. 23 more explosive ammo. Yes, thank you. I'll be taking that. Now next up, I just want to head on over to Hidden Valley real quick. And a few scorpions here to say hi, like always. And you might notice I'm still level 37. That's of course, again, I leveled up during the battle for Hoover Dam, and I reverted my save back to before that. And also some more explosive ammo from the Brotherhood, definitely. Now, I'm also taking a quick little detour into the Brotherhood of Steel bunker, the place where you start dead money. And the reason for that is that over here, if I go in, here we are, a workbench. Now, I just want to change all the microfusion cells that I have into electron charge packs. Yep, let's just keep doing that. You can see my ammo going up quite well there. Right. And now with that done, I can actually make electron charge packs max charge, which does a lot more damage than normal electron charge packs, just to maximize the damage. Now, I'm hoping that everything goes well, and I never get spotted. I won't ever have to use the Gatling laser, right? But if it does happen, then I need to make sure it's decisive and quick, so that they can't get any shots off. There we go. So now I got 2,780 of these. Now I just gotta change these into the max charge ones. So now if I change the ammo, got about 1,000 max charge ammo, which is pretty damn good. As you can see, the DPS on it to 682 is pretty damn insane. Because the thing with max charge ammo is that it deteriorates the gun condition twice as fast, but also does 1.5 times the damage, and also negates like 10 damage threshold, which is a lot. So yeah, that's definitely worth using. And to counteract the amount of weapon degradation, over here, if we go in here, we have a bunch of complimentary vouchers and Sierra Madre chips. These do stack up here over time. I believe per week you get like 100 or something, or 1,000, I'm not sure. And I can just cash these in at the vendor here. And what am I going to cash them in? Well, easy, of course. First of all, turn in all the vouchers for some free chips. And with the free chips, I can get literally all the weapon repair kits I could possibly need. Like, I just got 100 of them, and if you look over here, like, I still have so many damn chips. So I pretty much also got, like, infinite ammo for these things, but I never use them anyway. And infinite stim packs, infinite super stim packs, you name it. There we go. And I'll keep 20 weapon repair kits. I think that should be more than enough. So let's see. If I look at my arsenal, I got the long-range weaponry with explosive ammo, which should be pretty damn good. I got the silenced weapons, which will be really handy together with the stealth boys. And I got the Gatling laser for if I get spotted, especially by melee enemies, and they're swarming me. That's the way I can take them out real fast. With that all done, all I need to pick up now, before I head into the DLC, is a bunch of stealth boys. Alright, got about 13 stealth boys from my good friend Atticus here, and I honestly can't be bothered to wait again, because this took ages. So with that done, let's get dressed up again like normal. and head on over to the Mojave Drive-In. Straight ahead. So right over here we have this satellite. However, if I click on it now, you have to wait until after midnight. So let's go and do that. And if you wait, you can see this eye being projected onto the screen. And if we click on it now, here we are. Old World Blues recommends for experienced couriers, level 15+. Well, we certainly have that. You won't be able to return until you've solved all the mysteries. So let's take a closer look at the satellite.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome. A huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
So, you feel strangely heavier. A quick inspection of your body reveals faint surgical scars around your head, chest, and back. That's the quest. Welcome to the Big Empty. And as we open our eyes, and as we look at our character, we can see it we're in a patient gown. And weirdly, I did get to keep my beret and glasses and weapon. So yes, this is Big Mountain, or Big MT, or Big Empty. Now if you look at the map, it's actually pretty damn small. The map for Old World Blues is known to be pretty damn compact, but also very dense. There's a bunch of different locations we're going to have to go through in this. Before we do any of that, however, let's first of all just get dressed. So we put on Joshua Graham's armor again. Let's head into the sink. So the sink is basically your home in this DLC, and later on if you go out you can also return at any time. It's pretty much like the best player home in the entire game, and also has like a bunch of different stuff that you can do quests for to unlock later on. It's actually really cool, but we'll all get to that in time. Before we do any of that, let's head on over down to the think tank. Now, a strange feeling of pacifism comes over you and you cannot draw your weapon. Yeah, in order to stop you from just immediately annihilating like the main people from the DLC, they've actually have like a scientific thing where for some reason you can't draw your weapon even if you wanted to. Now, these are the scientists of the Big Empty, and I do want to show off like the dialogue a bit, but I'm probably going to give you the abridged version of it as the best as I can, because it's basically like this huge exposition dump. It's actually really cool, like there's a lot of clever writing and all that, but if you go through this entire thing and go through all the dialogue, it can literally take like around 1 hour, and that would mean that this entire part is just them talking. So I'm gonna try and skip here and there.
Be warned, intruder! You are in the presence of the mighty think tank of Big Mountain! The collective geniuses of... we...
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to, the skinvelope once containing it. If so, it's proof that there may indeed be something beyond the crater. Just look at it. The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us. It can only be...
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine! Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now, with its big teddy bear eyes. If we ask it politely, and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be favorably disposed to us.
So, yeah, they lobotomized me. They removed my brain.
We removed your brain, yes. So soft, barely wrinkled, yet so flush with knowledge and experience.
So yes, they've actually taken out my brain and pretty much put like coils in there to still link it up, to have like a connection with my brain, which is somewhere else. My head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction, which is the only thing here that'll be useful to me in case I need to use chems again. And also more damage threshold, but again, if I take any damage whatsoever, this runs over anyway. Right, but that doesn't explain the laser sutures on my chest and on my spine.
Darla, was it necessary this time?
I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
Yeah, so they've removed my heart. So I can no longer be poisoned, but again, that only happens when you get hit. All healing items function to a higher level, 25% more. And robots are also confused by you, 50% likely to score a critical hit. Again, all stuff what happens when you get damaged, so a bit useless to me, but still pretty cool to have.
Third was the spine.
And spineless. So torso can no longer be crippled, and strength and damage threshold have both been increased by 1. So yeah, my strength is actually 9 now, which is pretty damn high.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush. That is the sound of flushing. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science.
Alright, well you said something about needing technologies to stop Mobius?
Yes. It is our only chance, a desperate plan that came to us after Mobius's first broadcast. Maybe, just maybe, if we reclaim these buried technologies, we can put an end to Mobius and the horrors spawning from the Forbidden Zone.
So in order to take on Mobius and everything, I need 3 different technologies, and those are represented by 3 different quests I just got.
The radar fence that surrounds the big mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously by your deadened perceptions.
So that's actually something we're gonna make use of later. If I try to escape the dome, I go unconscious and wake up again at the Big Empty without having taken any damage.
Oh, Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment. Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
If there's a weapon you can give me, hand it over, I'll put it to good use.
It is truly the end of all intelligence when the lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses.
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged.
Alright, so now you get like a bunch of skill checks. Oh, energy weapons 50. Energy cells have a high expenditure rate. Some extra reserve cells because offset that. I'm actually not going to use the weapon because it's pretty damn trash. But sure, why not? Some extra XP for this.
Yes, I believe Watt's electronics tended to make the battery shelf life on the low end.
And with guns 50 I can actually get a special weapon. This sonic gun looks like an energy projectile. Got anything that spits lead.
What did it say? Spit lead? What, like pencils?
Oh, I think it wants a combustion pistol.
I could get the more ammo for it, but that's fine, honestly. Alright, if there's nothing more, I need to stop Mobius.
Fine, so, yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That is for us to do.
Alright, cool. And I immediately level up. Let's get medicine up to 100. Let's get melee weapons up. Why not? And let me think. Where did I get up last time again? Math breath. Alright, I'm over encumbered because I believe they gave me... yeah, the Cyberdog gun. I'm never going to use that, so I'm just going to drop that for now. The thing is, every single one of these guys also has a side quest of their own. And for one of them, I just need to get a teddy bear. And these are just like small side quests to learn more about them. So I might as well just do that immediately. Starting by talking to, let's see, Dr. Boris.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyberdogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
It adds the quest Picking Your Brains. I just need to talk to every single member, and they also have like their own individual quests sometimes.
Yes.
Who are you, and what do you do here?
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
As it turns out, this guy, the Big Empty, in the Big Empty, is responsible for night stalkers and cazadors. So that's one more quest we picked up. Next up, let's talk to Dr. 8. Can you speak? Do you understand me? Did something happen with your voice module? And here we are. After going through all his speech options, you actually have Science 75 or Perception 7. Wait, after listening a bit, that's Robco Terminlink Protocol you're broadcasting, right? And that adds the quest on the same wavelength. I'm pretty sure I'm going to complete this one immediately. And with Science 75, events Robco Terminlink Protocol. Doesn't that mean it can be hacked? So yeah, I could pretty much just like hack him and make him say whatever I want. But if that's terminlink code, don't worry, I'm not going to take advantage of your exposed code. That actually gives me a little bit of karma and also completes that quest immediately. Next up, Dr. Dala.
I love to hear you. You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank. Fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
And that adds the quest coming out of her shell. Now, if I had a high enough perception, I could immediately pass this, but I don't, so because of that, I do have a teddy bear. I have a real teddy bear if you want it.
Whatever for?
Well, I thought you liked them, you keep referring to them.
No, I like teddy bears.
Are you sure your words aren't jumbled?
Teddy bears come in many sizes. Your size is what intrigues me the most. Some say that teddy bears can't be living, breathing things. They are wrong. They are large biological forms, breathing, heaving, snarling, coughing. Lobotomites are my teddy bears. Oh, yes.
Oh, I get it. You like playing with humans, do you? Watching them move, blink?
What? Nonsense.
So I can do a few different things. So let me just stretch out.
What? What are you doing?
And that completes the quest coming out of her shell immediately.
Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me.
You're all a bunch of hypocrites claiming superiority, but you miss being human. Admit it.
I cannot deny it. The illogic of it. The betrayal of our own beliefs. I blame my curiosity.
I'll come back anytime and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba-ba, bloop. Ba-ba, bloop. Ba-ba, bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
That was a little bit weird after completing this quest. Anyway. We've spoken enough.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Well, that made me feel weird.
Covering. I mean, if you want.
Dr. O.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in Think Tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Are you sure? I'm a good listener. Got the ears for it. That's a quest. What's in the name?
Great! Psychology! Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after collostodiuretics. Okay, so my name isn't O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
There you go. So if they get confusing the letter with number, your name is Dr. Zero?
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am Zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
Alright, so you want me to call you Zero, or...?
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
There we go, that completes that quest. If you wanted to differentiate the O and Zero, just put a slash through the zero.
What?
It's standard term-like code to distinguish the two.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
So is that what you want to be?
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Yeah, with the math draft brick that I recently picked up, well, there's a power in Zero. If there is anything multiplied against it, to zero.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. The biggest zero in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Now, for the final quest that I can complete, if I just talk to Dr. Klein again.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
There you go, that completes picking your brains. Why do I have this strange passive sensation here?
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Why the anti-aggression programming?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
And who were these visitors?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module.
Right. So let's go and talk to Dr. O about that. Because then we have the quest when visitors attack. And that's the final quest that I can immediately complete here. It's basically just like a little preview of the next DLCs. Because as it turns out that Father Elijah from the Dead Money DLC was actually here. And later on also Ulysses, who was the main antagonist of the Lonesome Road, was also here. And there's like different like holotapes you can find with them like talking and stuff. Anyway, Dr. O, I heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Tell me what happened.
This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
Right. And that completes one visitor's attack. And who were the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Why is that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
Yeah, so he came and he went. That's about Ulysses, as I said. So, like, this DLC came out before Lonesome Road. So chronologically, it also plays out before Lonesome Road. Which means that it's basically like a little preview of that. And the woman they mentioned, that was Christine, also from the DLC. She was hunting down Elijah, but then he captured her and put on a bomb collar and made her mute in Dead Money. Final one, he came and he went. Let's talk to Dr. Klein about that. I heard one of the previous visitors, Dome, spoke to you, asked you some questions.
Hmm? Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Right. Sounds like he was brain scrubbed instead. Anyway, that completes He Came and He Went, and now we can finally head on out. So we have a bunch of different quests to do. I'll probably go with a brain's best friend first. But before we do that, let's head on over to our player home, the sink, and install the very first personality module. So if you go over to here...
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sink. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir? In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide, sir, with direct access to the commissary. Any goods sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile.
So I can buy and repair things here, but let me just buy some.
Very good, sir.
And if you look at the caps he has, that's a pretty substantial amount. It's pretty much the most out of any vendor that you'll find. He has a bunch of ammo, which could be handy. Sadly no explosive ammo, but I'll just take this in. So with that activated, let's finally head on out. Alright. So here we are. I want to start off with the brain's best friend to try and make our way to Higgs Village right over here. And along the way we can also go to the X2 transmitter array and also pick that up, I think. Now, if you go over here, you already see a few enemies, namely a lobotomite. These are guys who were also kidnapped into the Big Empty, but unlike me, they didn't keep their sanity like I did. Yes, very cool. The only reason I'm still normal is because apparently I got shot in the head, and that made my brain stay alright instead of getting messed up. And a great way to actually travel here is use the pipes, because there's mines on them, but I can't set those off. And more importantly, there's a lot of melee enemies here. Okay, someone here. Hello. Just take care of you. Yeah, that lobotomite did have a gun, but most of them, a lot of the time, have like melee weapons, which really works for me. So I'm just gonna go via here. Just get used to hearing this sound a lot, because I'm hoping to see any enemy before they see me. Alright, I believe over there is Higgs Village, so we'll head over there in just a sec. Here we are, a bunch of lobotomites. Did he die? Yeah, he did, good. Yeah, as you can see, the problem with this area being so cramped is that there's like a lot of enemies in one place. So I gotta play this very carefully now. Alright, now over there we go. I know this looks like somewhat of a steep drop, but luckily it's not enough to do fall damage or anything, so we're fine. Alright. Into Higgs Village we are. And just to show how kind of cramped this map actually is, I'm already at the very edge of it, and it was just a very small walk that I had to make. Now, unless you have Wild Wasteland installed, there's not any enemies in this place, so it's good. Instead, all I need to do is just head on over to here. And these houses all belong to one of the members of the think tank. And over here we have Gabe's Bowl. That's all I needed. And I need to find more evidence of him in X8, but we already have to go there later anyway, so that's when I'll continue. For now, seeing as I'm here already, let's go to the antenna array and get that part sorted immediately. Here's all the lobotomites I murdered earlier. Lobotomite goggles are pretty much the worst goggles in this game, because they have a damage threshold of only 3 and they give you intelligence -2, which is pretty funny. They have some pretty good weapons though, like the Saturnite Fist. I'm pretty sure you can like the superheated version, and I think that's one of the best unarmed weapons in the game. But don't quote me on that. Anyway, not one of them there. These guys are a lot more dangerous than lobotomites. These are the trauma override harnesses. I'm pretty sure there's a pretty like ghoulish backstory to them. That's like people who are like kept alive by the suits, even though they're like long since dead. If you look at them, they're pretty much just skeletons. But yeah, these guys have armor and like pretty good weapons and stuff, so be sure to be more careful around them. Now I'm in caution. Meaning, there's definitely one more here yet. Oops, a grenade launcher here. Did I need that? Okay, someone's moving very quickly here. Or they're like right below me. Ooh, okay, careful, don't fall off. Okay, instead of taking the risk of taking fall damage, I'll just walk around. I'll be fine.
The Uncanny Valley Research Center has been canceled until further notice. As in, until someone notices it.
Okay, there's just a normal lobotomite. Still in caution. There's someone over there. I doubt they'll spot me, however, because of the large rock in the way. Alright. Inside we go. Alright, now there's gonna be robots in here, and obviously this DLC is leveled. So if you see these Protectrons, they're Mark IV, which makes them pretty much as strong as a Deathclaw. So what I'm gonna do instead of attacking them, because I'm pretty sure this guy will not die in one sneak attack alone, so just deactivate. And now this thing just... There we go. So if I shot this thing, it might have died in one shot, or it might not have. But that would have 100% alerted this guy, and he would not have died in one shot, so... Whew. We're okay now. Now there's another one over there. If I can just... Getting a bit close here. Right, hi. And goodbye. Right, that's all of them taken out. And up top over here we have the satellite that I need to grab. Now the problem with this DLC, what I really love to do, is you might have heard Dr. Mobius talk about his robo-scorpions earlier. Every time you do like one of these things, he's gonna spawn like a bunch at the area that you're at. And those things, one, they're pretty good. I think I'm gonna like face like Mark 3 or Mark 4s at my level, which are pretty strong. And if they die, they actually explode, and that explosion can damage you. So luckily, at this point, I have the stealth boys, and that's exactly what I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna take the antenna. That completes X2 strange transmissions. And now before I go down, all I'm gonna do is just pop a stealth boy. Right, and out we go. As you can see, there's a few here immediately. But I'm not gonna be wanting to fight these guys. I'm just gonna make my way out quickly and quietly. Just gotta move. There's a bunch of them gonna be outside here too. All just waiting for me. So, screw that. And instead what I'm just gonna do now is actually use the mechanics of the big empty to make my way out of here. Because if I just move far enough... There we go, we get the perimeter warning, and as you might recall, I get knocked unconscious, but don't take any damage, and I get put back at the sink. And you know what? That works perfectly for me. Out we are. Alright, next up. I could go to X8 now and do that as well. Well, I'll do that in a moment. What I'm going to do instead is just fast travel to Higgs Village and then make my way over to here. And do one part of all my Friends of Oz switches by finding one of the modules for my room. So let's head on out. Hello, Special Robo Brains. Just take care of you. Pop some Red X. And a spacesuit. I just gotta move quickly. Come on, come on, come on. I want to spend as little time around the rats as I can, obviously. There we go. Maybe a bit of an overreaction, but at this point I already have minor radiation poisoning. I know for a fact there's gonna be areas later on, especially in Lonesome Road, where there's gonna be like radiation all around, so... The more I can avoid now, the easier I make it for myself later. Okay. Here we are, the X-17 medical facility. It's good to have unlocked this immediately too. Let's head on inside now. Okay. Now the problem with this area is that there's going to be a bunch of robots real close by. I think they're going to spot me anyway, so what I'm going to do instead, just go for maximum damage. Like that. Like that. There should be another one. There you are. There we go. Yeah. I don't think I would have had to waste the stealth boy on them, but I think this is safer. And here we are, the auto dock, exactly what I wanted. And also immediately an upgrade, so you don't have to come back for it later. Alright, with that done, let's head on over to the X8 Research Center. And this is going to be an area where I'm going to definitely use the Gatling laser. Because there's going to be fast melee enemies. to worry about. So here we are, the X8 Research Center, and immediately stepped into some rads. Great. Just avoid that. Now, as soon as I step inside, I get the Sonic Emitter Upgrade quest. And there's basically just a test that we have to go through a bunch of times. That's fine. Now, what I am gonna do here... 2 robots. So just... uh-oh. I was hoping... Just gonna wait until it goes to hidden. Step back a bit. There we go. Now, as soon as it goes to hidden, it's turned around. I'm just gonna... There we go. There's another one though, so I'm just gonna have to wait. As soon as it's back into hidden, I take that one out as well. There we go. Oh, hidden caution, hidden caution. There you are. Come on now. Okay, just... Caution, go back, go back, go back. Yeah, luckily they're not the most perceptive robots, so we're good. Alright, with that done, over here is a test. The institutional data retrieval test. We'll start with the basic one and then the advanced one. And we're gonna have to run through this test multiple times, and it keeps getting harder and more intense every single time. So I just need to retrieve 3 student files from different terminals. So let's go in and immediately do that. Now, I just muted down the voice audio a little bit, because you're gonna just constantly hear this. And luckily this isn't too difficult. This is the reason that I really wanted the Gatling laser, because there's 2 types of enemies. One is primarily a melee enemy with a very slow range attack, and there's lobotomites and terminals. Terminals turrets, and turrets I can take out immediately. Just by doing that. But the dogs can be a problem if I don't take them out immediately, so just do that. Do this. 2 dogs there. Right, with them taken out, I can... There's one more thing, there's a turret on this side, so just... There you go, it says Hallmatter. And I'm just gonna put more points into melee. Here we go. Yeah, this guy obviously has problems from his childhood, like his bully Richie Marcus. Now, just careful. Just gonna have to go through here. I already got one of the 3. The other one is in here, so just move back. Kill him. Luckily, he only had a melee weapon. That one kind of surprised me. I thought the red tick was just that thing, but no, it was actually this thing. Alright, we're good now though. Reload. Retrieve the student records. Done. Now there should be a few more dogs up ahead. If I play it safe, I should be totally fine. Because if I just go like this... Yep, that's 1, that's 2. Alright, now we just go up the stairs. There should be another lobotomite, I believe. Just wait. Alright, now finally, before I make it to the end, there's the turret, and there we go. Wasted a bit much ammo there, more than I initially wanted, but that's fine. I'll just run through here. Into here. And just these two now. And finally we have these two, and the game kind of trolls you here, because as soon as you pick this up, you turn around, there's going to be two more dogs waiting before the exit. As you can see right there. That's okay though, because even with a stealth silence weapon, it'll take too long for them to find out where you are. So we're all good. Alright. There we go. Completed that. Now, there's going to be a bunch more enemies up ahead. But that's okay, because I'm pretty sure I only have to take these guys out once, because they're not part of the theft. So I'm just going to take my time. Because there's a bunch of different enemies here. Like you. Yeah. This thing carves through them so fast, they don't really have time to respond, which is exactly what I wanted. There's going to be another one here. I see you. Gonna be another one. Yeah, hello. This guy's a weapon, so better. Actually need the workbench here, because I got a bunch of energy cells I'm gonna turn into electron charge packs. And the reason I'm doing that is because when this inevitably runs out, because I'm burning through it, I can still go over to the normal ones. Also, you can see how much my weapon's already degraded because of the max charge. So instead I'm just gonna use a weapon repair kit. Oh, not through here, but instead through here. I believe there's still gonna be a few more enemies, so we're not out of the woods yet. Yeah, hello. Kill you. That's okay, they can't see me. Took out the guy with the weapon. There we go. Yeah, with human enemies, still, these guys are still very squishy, so using the silenced weapon works well here. If we go into here, the observatory terminal, it says that Dr. Callis at X13 has the pass card for the area. Alright, with that done, time for the advanced test. Pretty much the exact same thing, except a few more now. Now this time, I'm gonna start off with the silenced weapon, because I think it'll work pretty well too. Oh, and if you can see over here, by the way, you can see that I can't go through here now. So what I need to do is actually go through here first, and get the sonic emitter data. And now, with the EM pulse wave, I can actually disable force fields. Isn't that nice? So let's see, if I just take the out boost. Okay, goes into caution. Wait for that to go away.
This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol.
Right, hidden. Now just... There we go. Whew. A little bit more risky, but it should be fine.
Scanning for hostiles.
When there's more than one enemy though, that's when I'll go over to the other stuff, like right here. says danger. Someone's still aware of me. Although that might just be... I think that might just be the turret, so... Let's do the explosive. Come on. That explodes. Seriously, am I even damaging that thing at all?
Scanning for hostiles.
Oh, okay, just move back a little bit. So, there we go. Didn't want to get caught in an explosion. I didn't, right? No, okay, we're good. Whew. Just gotta play it safe. Get those.
This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol.
Now, while I'm here, open that up. Into the library again. Robo-dog this time. You can see how much tougher the enemies are in this DLC now. Oh, another good thing, by the way, about the fact that I can use the sonic emitter now to get rid of force fields is I can just do this, and afterwards I can just kill that dog already, so I don't have to deal with it later. Perfect. Alright, let's retrieve the student records. Done. There's going to be a bunch of them together here again. But I should get the element of surprise on them. So, there's one. There's two. Okay, kind of hit the chair in front of me, but it's fine. Still worked out. Alright, back up we go. Alright, it's probably gonna be another lobotomite here. Or not this time.
School is a sacred trust. Even though I am a long-ago graduate of this hated...
Take care of you, and you. And same deal as before, the moment I grab the final student records, there's gonna be two dogs waiting for me. That's the range attack I was talking about. Luckily it doesn't go very far, because that could have been the end of the run right there. Holy shit, okay. We're good though. Now luckily the enemies here don't respawn, so there's nothing to worry about. So in order to finish everything up here, I'm actually gonna have to head over to X13 real quick to get the key to the kennels so I can finish up this area. I'm gonna do that before I finish up and get the thing that the think tank wants me to get, because if I do that, then just like in the previous area, there's gonna be a bunch of robo-scorpions here. And so next up, it's the X13 Research Center. I'll just go there from the think tank, because then I can finish up all the business that I need to do there, get the path key that I need to finish up the business in X8, then do that, so the robo-scorpions spawn over there, and get back to X8 and finish that up as well. Right, here we are, X12. So as you can see, this area is filled with robo-dogs. That's okay though, if I can just get the drop on them. And there's also Night Stalkers here. Yeah, just a lot of fast melee enemies pretty much. Oh, come on, move, 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 move. Just to be safe, as annoying as it is. Another Radix. And a spacesuit. Right, back to Joshua Graham's armor. Okay. There's a bunch of just like red heavy areas here, so I'm just gonna stick to the spacesuit for now. More Night Stalkers there. I'll take them out in a moment, just to keep moving. Let me just switch over. Oh. Oof. Can't believe we actually survived that. It's funny to think that Night Stalkers are probably the least dangerous enemy in the DLC right now. Okay, and there's my target. I'll move there. Just keep moving. Luckily, when this area gets overrun, I can just go around here and go out of the circle again. Okay. So, now that I have this, I can of course unlock these areas. Get a laser pistol, some energy cells. Is there anything else good here? Ammo box. Yeah, I'll take all of those. Here we are, the X8 kennel key. That's all I wanted from this place. For now at least, meaning I can just exit. And go back to X8. So now, with that done, when we go over to here, there's a testing facility of course, but over here we have the kennel door. And this is the part where I'm 100% gonna need the stealth boy. Because as soon as I open it, there's just gonna be a bunch of Night Stalkers just waiting right in front of me. So just open this door. And right over here, there's one. And luckily they have no idea where I'm at. Even if they like walk up right next to me. And, like they literally bumped into me and I was still in caution. Because I'm just that damn sneaky apparently. Now you might be thinking, okay cool, Night Stalkers I guess, but that's not the end of it. Because if we go over to here now, I can actually release the unusual specimen. And now I need to do both the tests again, but then this time with Night Stalkers instead of Robo-Dogs. So let's immediately go in and let's replay the basic test. Of course the good thing is that Night Stalkers don't have the ranged attack that dogs do. The only problem is, however, is that as soon as I fire this, I go into caution because it makes a sound, but that's fine. I know it looks scary, but again, even if he like bumped up to me, he would not have seen me. Because I was still in caution during that entire thing. Go. Now let me just go over here. And as you can see, the terminal is no longer here either. So just open this. Just take care of that turret. However, uh-oh. Just gonna move to make sure I'm not in here. There we go, back into caution. I did not manage to kill that thing before. It apparently teleported or got stuck in the wall or whatever, so I'm just gonna move over to here. I'm guessing most of them are on the top floor, which is very annoying, because that's a lot more cramped than over here. Okay, this is a perfect candidate for yeah, you can see how much stronger they are than usual. Did not take any health. Good. That's good. Got that one. Should probably use this opportunity while the stealth boy lasts to take out as many of them as I can before anything else. So just could not have timed that better. Great. Seems to be fine. So I'm just gonna do this now. Okay, I should have used max charge. I thought I did. Should have checked that beforehand. That worked out, but only just. That's been 2 close calls already. Let's not do that again. Oh. Right, they're not here. Let me just check the map. Where is the other one? Oh, it's in this room. I totally skipped it. Okay, well. That's okay. We can just drop down from here. I don't see any more enemies. I think it might just be the one that got stuck somewhere, but oh well. Alright, done. Okay, 2 new compass marks here. Hello, yeah, there's a few new ones spawned in. There you are. There we go. Now we're back into hidden. Oop, except here, we're talking. Of course, they always spawn in 2 dogs here. That was enough close calls for the entire run. Let's not do that again. I'm still at full health, right? Yeah, still at full health. Now, I need to do the advanced one again. One last time. And we do the advanced test. Take you out. Still says danger now. But I believe that's just a turret over here. So if I just do that. Take care of this. Okay, there's gonna be a bunch of them here, so I need to be careful. Take you out. There's gotta be another, right? Take you out. And come on, you can't fool me. There's gonna be another Night Stalker, right? I think that might just be the turret, so... Okay, back to normal ones. I don't want to run out of ammo at the worst possible time. Okay, there's... One of the records is in there, apparently, so... Just... Oh wait, no, that one's dead. Damn it. I hit the desk. Just gonna wait until I'm out of danger. Just gonna do this. There. Damn turret. That's the last thing I thought would give me trouble. Oh, they're not even in here. Never mind. I had no reason to come here. That was dumb. As I said, only a running animation, only an attacking animation, not both. We're fine. What's less fine, however, is that I'm in danger right now, so just move back. Still in danger. Caution, there we go. Two of them. Nah, let's just play it safe. There. Okay. Steadily running out of ammo here, but with some luck. Really shouldn't have to use much anymore. Alright. Back over to here. Okay. See if I can get both here. Take care of you. Okay, that's fine. Deep breath. Okay, we're fine. Fucking hell. Okay. Worked out just in time. Let's not do that again. Okay, I'll sit my ass down because there's more. Done. Let's get out. Alright. That should be this play is completely done now. So all I need to do now is get the test data. Here we are, test results. And with that done, we complete the quest. Get the DNA agent perk, where I do more damage against Night Stalkers. And I also level up. Alright, nice. Shit, what do I want at this point? Plus 25% chance to score critical hits against robots. That'll probably be pretty damn good, let's take that. Alright, time for the residential Cyberdock guard theft. There we go. So, at this point, what's basically going to happen is that I need to search through a bunch of burial spots where a dog has just basically buried the sample that I need for the sonic emitter. And there's also going to be a giant dog just like walking around. Now, the dog is really imperceptive. Like even with a without a stealth boy, you should be able to do this. But I'm just going to use a stealth boy for it real quick, because afterwards the Robo-Scorpion is going to spawn, and I can just make my way out. So stealth boy it up. Head on in. Now, I just need to search the digging spots and hopefully find it quickly. If I just keep looking. Not here. I'm on a bit of a timer, obviously, so the faster I find it, the better. And plus, you get the good ending if you keep the dog alive. Here we go, found it. Which is what I'm going to try to do. However, to do that, there we go. It's him dead. There we go. That's all of them down. Gabe still alive. Doesn't know that I'm here. So now I can just calmly walk out of here. And avoid all these guys as well. Hey guys, don't mind me. Just keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Avoid the massive Robo-Scorpions. There's gonna be a bunch more outside too. That's fine, don't care about the rats right now, just gonna keep moving.
Do not approach the pylons. Pylons are the glowing
There we go.
things. Also, do not approach a fallen pylon. If you see a fallen pylon, call security.
Let's get back to the sink real quick. Annoyingly, he doesn't actually have any of the ammo that I need. Namely, the electron charge packs. He does have other energy ammo though, so I can just convert that, but still a bit annoying. Now with that done, seeing as I've taken care of Gabe, and also got his bowl, I can actually return the bowl to Dr. Boris. So, let's... Dr. Boris.
Thanks so much for sparing Gabe. I know he's really quite killable, which is why I had to augment him. But you needed none of that. You're quite elusive, or fleet-footed, more so than our old mailman. He didn't get far before Gabe caught him.
Is this Gabe's bowl? Your dog from X8, Gabe?
What? Why, yes, it is. I used to leave it outside his doghouse, chock full of chems, before the cybernetic modifications, of course. And no matter how chemmed the food, he would always eat it, and his tail would wag, even while you know, I'm having the most perplexing feeling squiggling through my biogel. I can't quite pin it down.
Sounds like Gabe really loved you.
Why, yes, Gabe. No matter how awful my day had been, he was always waiting there. How odd. My gel is decoagulating. And when I would talk to him about Betsy, and how Marcus would beat on me and call me Smarty Sissy Pats, he'd just sit there, head on my knee, and... If you don't mind, I'll take that bowl. Just need to remove it. Put it away, somewhere out of radar range. For some reason, its similarity to the crater shape of Big Mountain is starting to fill up all available cognitive spaces. That, combined with my own overwhelming feeling of having done something terrible, the two were hitting me with unexpected force.
That completes a brain's best friend. It sounds to me like you hurt someone who loved you very much.
As odd as it is, I believe that is the conclusion. And I wonder why it didn't hit me before. Until I saw that memory in your hands. This sensation is unpleasant. I don't care for it. I don't care for this place either. And I feel as if we've forgotten something. Still, it is no matter. Crush the feeling down. Crush it down. Push it into the loop. Yes. Forgotten. Almost. Yes? I do not need to remember anymore. Not today.
So I actually got him to feel guilty about something. That's good.
Until next time.
There we go. Now, with that done, let's head on over to X13. Alright, in we go. So what we're pretty much doing in this area is putting together a stealth suit, which is pretty damn good. So starting off, right over here, we have the gloves of the stealth suit. Then over here, we have the boots. And we have the chest plate. And there we go. It can be upgraded through testing in X13. It also has Med-X and Stimpack reserves. That's like the only annoying thing about this suit, is that it automatically uses Stimpaks and Med-X when it thinks you'll need them. So that can be a slight issue. But anyway, the stealth suit, let's put it on, shall we?
It's nice to meet you. Who can I hide you from today?
It's also very polite, which is nice.
We're okay on Stimpaks.
I know we are. Alright, so we go to the security terminal. Unlock the elevator. And now we just need to test this thing. So below me over here you can see there's basically just like a whole stealth route thing you need to take to upgrade this suit. There you go. And just reading through that, I got an upgrade to the auto dock. Here we are. Also an upgrade for the K9000, that weapon that I threw away pretty much immediately. And also here's another mod. I believe it's also for the K9000 again. Yep, yes it is. I believe that's all the different mods you can get from this place. So now I don't have to ever return here after I'm done. Which is good, because you know, this place is going to be infested with robo-scorpions. With that all done, I can finally head on down here and start the basic infiltration test.
This is the basic stealth test. The robots will be looking for us, but we won't let them find us.
And that adds Project X13. What I need to do now is just sneak my way through here to the administration office. And this is pretty damn easy, especially in the beginning. Like, there's nothing really to worry about. If I just open this up... Or was it the other door? I believe it was this one. If I just... make sure they're turned around. Deactivate you. Deactivate you. And just like that, I've already made it again. Now, as soon as I take this document, Roboscorpion is going to spawn, so take this.
Firmware updated to version 1.1. Boot damping
So
sensors online.
So that's been upgraded. That's fine, but now immediately, just pop a stealth boy, get the submachine gun out, because even over here you immediately have Roboscorpions. And you're dead. He explodes.
Need robot bugs.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Okay. Just gonna head on through here. Oop. Hi, did not see you.
Was that all?
It was not. Because if we keep moving, there's gonna be more of them yet. I want to take them all out within one stealth boy, if I can. So just... goes through here. Hi there.
Fighting. Steady.
There we go. Right. Them all dead.
Was that all?
Just gotta keep killing them. So what's in here? Let me just check. Alright, this is the VR room. There's a special weapon here, but this thing is unfortunately broken, so you can't use it. Okay. Can't waste time though. Gotta just hurry. Take all of these out.
Fighting now.
Good. That's right. Explode. Go. There we go. Can't let it, obviously can't let it explode next to me. Oh, come on. I think it's like I'm like hitting the other corpse.
Cessation
There we
of
go.
hostility complete.
Okay, now just the outside area.
Fighting.
Can't believe how much ammo these guys are costing me. There we go.
Was that all?
There. Whew, just in time, because my stealth boy ran out. Let's head back in. Also, these guys have some energy cells I might as well grab. So now I should be able to safely do that theft without having to worry about any more robo-scorpions. Saying that, I still hear a few. Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't realize how much my weapon had degraded. So let's just use a weapon repair kit.
Cessation of hostility complete.
Am I far enough away? Yeah, okay. No damage. Good. Before I do the next theft, just gotta make sure that everyone here is dead. Alright. Good. Also, a reward safe. Just grab that. Now it's time for the advanced one.
Test. Watch out for laser tripwires. They'll ruin our day.
No, it's fine. Like, seeing as I have, what's it called? Silent step, I don't have to worry about tripwires. I can just walk through them, so nothing to worry about. And I can just go through here again. Okay, looks like the coast ahead is clear. Yeah, if you got light step, then this becomes a bit too easy.
Test data processed. Firmware updated to version 1.2. RL
There we
subnet
go.
online.
Now,
This is the expert stealth test. If you thought the lasers were bad, wait till you see the proximity mines.
now there's mines. But again, just like the other one, nothing really to worry about if you have light step. Don't mind me.
Test data
Nice and
processed.
easy.
Firmware updated to version 1.3. Torso fitment synced to user's physiology.
Alright, and that levels me up again. Got some more rewards.
This
The
is
robot compliance test.
If you sneak up on a robot, you can disable it. It's so easy, even I can't mess up.
Right, so now I just need to sneak up on all the robots here and take them out that way. Nice and easy. So, don't mind me. Deactivate you. Deactivate you. There should be one more to deactivate further along. Oop. Okay, just wait for it to turn around now.
Test data processed.
Done.
Firmware updated to version 1.4.
And that completes Project X13. And it got a bunch of different upgrades to stealth suit. So +1 perception, +1 agility, which is alright I guess. Sneak plus 25 for the final version, which doesn't really change much for me because mine's already at 100. But the most interesting one is plus 20% sneak speed. So now I'm moving faster like this, and that's actually the most interesting one for me. And probably the main reason I'll keep this around and use every now and again when I'm sneaking. Now I got everything I needed from this place, so let's just head on out. Alright, let me just head back to the sink balcony real quick. Here we are. I gave this thing all the new upgrades. Now most importantly, however, it's time for the final set of 3 side quests that this DLC has. Because after this, then there's only the main quest left. So let's immediately do this. We just have to sneak our way to these 2 places here. And this is basically like the quest that makes it so you explore the big empty a bit more instead of just like the quest allocated areas. Because you're gonna have to go to a bunch of different facilities to fully max out everything. Oh, another trauma override harness. I can't shoot it through the fence annoyingly, so just gotta wait. Wait, maybe I can if I'm out on explosive ammo. If I just... Perfect. Now, just like before, I'm gonna make use of the pipes here to travel safely. Because this area here is known as the Forbidden Zone of Dr. Mobius, so I have to be a little bit more careful. Here's the signal health transmitter. I'm pretty sure I actually need to go in here as well for later, so might as well just real quick grab this. Hairstyling enhancements, yeah, or when I get the loadout personality, it can apparently change my hair now. Isn't that nice? And under here, it's also got a Barter skillbook recipe for the book chute. I believe that's the only 2 here, so we have Dr. Mobius's evil dome. That's fine. Alright, target is going to be in there. So I'm pretty sure if I just go down like this, go down from here. Oh, hi.
That's all.
Okay, he just literally spawned behind me. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that Old World Blues is the one that I know the least.
Sneaking down.
So it's the one I'm gonna have to be most careful with. That's okay though. I see you. Alright, this guy's patient 0.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Here we are. That's the thing that I needed. Now let's just make our way out.
Time to fight.
What do you mean? You know what? Screw this. There. Joshua Graham's armor, much better. Normally what you're supposed to do is just like follow this road like all the way, but there's like enemies and stuff. So instead what I'm gonna do is just calmly use the rocks to make my way down like this.
If anyone has found the frequency, last seen around X8, let the dome know at once.
There you go. So I don't need to follow the path all the way down here. I can just calmly drop my way down this rock. And then over here we have the sync project named Sync. And now we immediately need the ones for the light modules and the jukebox, so let's go in and get those two. One of them is all the way over here. And the other is in Higgs Village, which has no enemies inside it, so that's way safer. So let's go and do this one first. And here's the trains that I believe Dr. Klein mentioned that Ulysses messed up. Just go into here, and there's a big spooky tunnel waiting up ahead over there to get over the turret. That's all fine, because the thing that I'm here for is literally just over here. Perfect. Alright. And now, finally, at Higgsville. Uh-oh. Crap, did I forget one? Uh-oh, I forgot one at the antenna array. That's not good. That's fixable. I know what I need to do. It's fine. So, first up, Higgs Village. So, in here, in house 108, we have the audio sample for the opera singer, which I can use later. But more importantly, we have the jukebox itself right here. Now, the best way to actually get the thing that I need here is to just, it's a bit of a waste, but seeing as there's still like a bunch of scorpions there, I'm gonna pop a stealth boy, fast travel over here, and seeing as it's incredibly close by, the fast traveling shouldn't take that much time, meaning that I still have more than enough time to get in and do what I want. So it's 7:04 right now. And if I check, it's 7:23, meaning it only 20 seconds passed. So all I need to do here is just... Is here? No. Oh wait, here it is. Just looking right at it. There. Can't believe I forgot that one, but oops. Now let's see, where's the other ones? One in Higgs Village again. One over here, and one over there. Okay, works for me. Let's start with the one all the way to the left here, so I don't need to return to this place with the giant scorpions. I can just leave these guys be, which works for me. And here we are at the cuckoo's nest. We can just get up from here into here. Just a few lobotomites here. Nothing to really be worried about. If you just take them out, that is. Guys. You know what? I think I'm gonna just take this and go. Actually, this area is really small as far as I remember, so if I just do this quickly. You guys stay right over there. I was wondering why that lobotomite was so ridiculously strong, but I remembered that he's a special one, so... But hey, he's dead now. We're all good. Alright, with that done, let's head out. Back to Higgs Village. Because every time I think I've gotten everything here, there's always more. The book chute. Thank you. There's also Dr. Klein's glove. It's a special melee weapon. And lastly, I just need to make my way over here, but I'm gonna probably do that from the big mountain north tunnel. So I'm gonna go up from here. Careful though. Pull this out real quick. Yep, that's why. So we're fine. I need to go into that massive building over there. Before I do that, gotta make sure it's all cleared out. Also, this is the wreckage of like a giant robo-scorpion. So yeah, just a little preview of what we might see. Now I'm assuming it's in this truck somewhere. Here it is. Sync Project Muggy. Right, that's all of them. That should mean that this quest is also complete, right? There we go. Ooh, Cavalier. Okay, now I just need to install them, so let's head back. Alright. Biological Research Station.
Oh yeah, baby. Feels good to be online again. Yeah, all circuits online. Ready to receive your seed.
Yeah, you can do something with like the plants you get. I'm not entirely sure why, and I'm not sure if I want to discover. Anyway, the sink.
God, look at you. You're filthy. I suppose you'll want to clean up then?
Let's that one open.
Come back anytime you want a drink. Or to get clean.
You can fill up any empty bottles you have with water there, which is pretty good. Except the light switch.
Oh my. Partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal.
And the jukebox.
Yeah, dig that sweet music. Damn, it's good to be back online.
Here's my favorite, by the way, the toaster.
I am online once again. Tremble, world, before my electric heating coil of doom.
Okay.
Yes, flee before my terrible power.
That one's cute. And here's my second favorite, Muggy.
You! Hey you! Yeah, you! Got any mugs?
Mugs? What do you want mugs?
Why do you want mugs, huh? You some kind of sick mug hoarder? Oh god, give me the coffee cup, please! It's sitting there in your pack, taunting me! Sorry. Sorry. I got a little carried away. It's just all those goddamn dirty dishes out there with no one to clean them. It breaks my heart!
Yeah, he's a little bit insane. Anyway.
Sure. Nobody wants to hang out with Muggy. I get it. So long, pal.
Here's the auto dock.
Well, how about that? Old Loadout's back online. Well, alright, come here, let's have a look at you. You are, without a doubt, the healthiest son of a bitch I've ever seen wandering the big empty. Ain't got no use for an old digital sawbones like me.
Alright, thank you. And the cool thing is you can actually do, I don't think I have the upgrade yet, but you can do a psychiatric evaluation where you can change your traits. Don't need anything right now though.
Well, I'll be right here if you change your mind.
And here's the book chute.
Good day, citizen. Library Processing Unit 232.7 is online and ready to eradicate sedition. Stay loyal, citizen.
A bit dystopian there, but okay. And here's light switch number 2.
That was a nice little cat nap. How long was I out?
There you go. And these two, by the way, hate each other.
Bye now.
But yeah, they all have like a bunch of different effects. I suggest looking up because they're all pretty funny, but yeah. And that's all my friends if off switch is complete. Meaning we now go over to influencing people. So we have to go to a bunch of different areas and get their upgrades, which we can do pretty much now immediately. Starting with, I'm assuming there's supposed to be 3, but I already picked those up. So the signal health transmitter, I suppose I forgot to pick up one up there. Let's do that now. Alright, so here's this building again, but the upgrade that I need is actually up top. And the way to get up top is to just go over here, up to here, and here we are, the upgrade. There's also the advanced layer here, but the game is really trolling you hard here, because this is like Elijah's weapons, are pretty damn good energy weapons, as far as I recall. But the moment you pick this up, the game instantly spawns 3 lobotomites right here. In fact, I'll show it off, watch. See? Like it actually just like spawned them right in front of your nose. That's okay though. I can just, let's see. You don't have a ranged weapon. I'm pretty sure you don't have a ranged weapon either. So let me just, so that's 2. And that's 3. Finally, from the X-13 research facility, we can just make our way to the last one. Of course, over here, I made sure to take out the Robo-Scorpions, so now I can just walk here and make my way to my target. Here we are, the Big Mountain West Tunnel. I think my game is a little bit stuck with the notifications there. Oh shit, okay. I believe this is the one with the special protectrons. And because I reached level 40, yeah, okay, these guys are Mark 5. Which makes them incredibly tanky. Yeah, I needed 2 sneak attack criticals just to take out the protectron, so that means that they're pretty damn tanky at this point. However, they move slowly and they're not very perceptive, and I might be able to use that against them. If I just put on the stealth suit again.
Will you love me if I help you hide?
Yeah, sure.
Stimpack reserves adequate.
Okay, so there he is.
Painkiller reserves critical. Oh, the pain.
Just gonna wait for him to turn around.
Complete.
The problem with the stealth suit is that it never shuts the hell up. Okay. Just gonna wait for it to turn that way. And then I can turn it off and we're all good. Any moment. There. Now, I believe that's the special Protectron. So if I just, yep, the Custodian. He is the special one. Glad I could take him out, because he's even tankier than the other guys. Let's see if I can just.
This one looks pretty tough.
Uh-oh. Okay, He's nearly dead, luckily. Just gonna run over to here. He should be the only one left, so... There we go, back to caution. He's very low on health too, so...
That's all.
There we go. Alright, with that done, I just needed this. Thank you. Next up, medical facility. Luckily I can just fast travel there and I can just go like this. Right. So, start off with the medical facility. Alright, I've already been here. And right in here we have the auto-dock upgrade for cosmetic enhancement. Meaning you can also change my face if needed. Alright, this DNA splicing lamp. Alright, so this next area, there's a bunch of cavaliers real close to each other, so I'm actually gonna use a stealth boy here. Because cazadors, they're pretty damn dangerous and fast, and this location very cramped, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna kill them. Also use a weapon packet. Because cazadors, unlike the other enemies, if I bump into them with a stealth boy still, they will spot me, so better to kill them. Wait. Now real quick. Come on, game.
Bad guys dealt with.
Okay, with some luck. Uh-oh.
This one looks pretty
What?
tough.
There we go. There's a giant one over here. And for that one, I'm actually going to use this. There we go. And here we have a special head thing that like heals you throughout, but that's fine. I don't need that. I know it says danger, that's just because of these things here. They can't open doors, so if I just walk out now, everything should be fine.
You're my best friend forever.
Oh, thank you. Alright, moving on to the next area. Now, this area is filled with Night Stalkers, so I'm just gonna not take any chances here and just... There we go, headshot. Keep moving. So I'd like to do the exact same to this. This one right here. Yeah, seeing as in level 40 these guys are buffed up as well. But headshots still do enough damage to kill in one hit, so that's good. I'll try and do the exact same for this thing. Just gonna create as much distance as possible, because if that doesn't work, that means I can still get a few more shots off. And hopefully kill it the second or third shot. So. Okay, we're good. As I said, running animation or an attack animation, not both. The fact that I moved back there helped. Right, got what I needed. Let's get the hell out of here. Still have danger, but I'm pretty sure those are just the guys behind the doors they can't open. Alright, next one is in the Securitron deconstruction plant. Although for some reason I'm not allowed to fast travel yet. There we are, now I am. So next up it's time to take on some Securitrons. close the door. Just gonna wait here now to go back into hidden, to not take on the other one. Okay, not hidden yet, but okay, there you are. There we go. Alright. And here we go. And that's a special variation. So let's see. Can I...
Sneaking down. Fighting now.
Okay, throwing caution. Alright, I don't think he knows how to get to me. There we go. Uh-oh. Just gonna move over to here real quick. Alright, back to hidden.
This one looks pretty tough.
Oh, there was another one. Just move back. Run away, run away, run away. I think that's the last enemy in the area, so once we've taken care of him, I can just move on to the next one.
Are we being watched? That's all.
Okay.
Sneaking down, fighting now.
Come on, kill it. There we go.
Bad guys dealt with.
Alright, into hidden now. Those were the last ones. Now, you guys do have perfect energy cells. That helps me. Now here's the special one, and he has the muggy upgrade parts that I needed. That done. Back to the X12 Research Center. This one's gonna be really tough. This room is actually very difficult because the boss version of the trauma harness is waiting downstairs, and he has a really fast firing weapon too. So I'd rather not deal with him because he has a ton of health. It's gonna cost me a lot of ammo, and I might actually die. So instead I'm just gonna pop a stealth boy, and I'm gonna make sure not to kill him, because the moment you kill him, 3 trauma harnesses walk through the front entrance over there, and then they block your path. So I'm just gonna take this, just gonna leave him alive. He can do whatever he wants. Yeah, master trauma harness, don't care. You do you, live and all that. I'm just gonna make my way out of here now. There we go. Next up, let's just go through here.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Okay. I'm in caution, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep moving. Let's make use of this stealth boy while we can. Alright. Here's the Fat Granite Alloy Research Center. Now in here is the special version of the Mr. Handy, but literally all I need here is just grab that and I can make my way out. Alright, now let's just go to the X12 Research Center and then walk over there. Now, next up, I just need to go into here. Now this is the internment camp for Chinese citizens who were in the US, I believe, during the war, which is really damn dark. They were used for experiments and shit. Yeah, the Yangtze camp survivors are over here, And Elijah actually used a few of them to test his bomb collars before taking them and using them in Dead Money. Anyway, over here we have the buckshot upgrade. Now for the final upgrade we just need to head on over all the way to the edge there. Alright, finally we have the construction zone over here. And there's a bunch of pretty tough robots I need to take care of. So, let's see, where are they? They might not have spawned in yet, but that's okay. Just gonna go via here. Just gonna go from around these rocks if I can. Because there's like 4 or 5 construction drones and Mr. Handys and all that. I'd rather not mess with those if I can help it. So instead, I'll just go via here. And here we are. Alright, with that done, back to the sink balcony. Let's install all the upgrades. Over here.
You require some additional services?
There we go. Let's, you know what, let's get a haircut. Sure, why not? We've had this haircut for ages now. Let's see if I can change it up a bit. See, there we go. A new haircut. Why not, right? Thank you. Very cool. Muggy can get some upgrades. Light switch can have some upgrades. This one, I believe this one does the same with charisma. Yeah, +2 charisma. Yeah, now you can convert empty bottles to water bottles. There we go. And that completes influencing people. But I'm pretty sure there's still one left at this point, right? Yeah, field research. So I just gotta find the ones for the jukebox. Luckily they're very close by to where I've already been. Now to go to one of the locations I need to continue on with the main quest. So instead I'm gonna go to Higgs Village first. Here we are. The audio sample giant tarantula. I'll take that. So to complete the last side quest I need to continue on and do the final main quest, Old World Blues. So let's return to Dr. Klein and let him know that we got everything we need. I recovered all the technological information.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
So genius, what now?
I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his.
Don't these items seem more biologically focused than that, though?
Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain. But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Right. So now I have to take care of Mobius. So I could go out now and head to Mobius's place, but Robo-Scorpions are waiting for me at the entrance, so instead I'm just gonna go to the sink. From here, I'm just gonna go to the balcony, and of course, because I've already discovered the Forbidden Zone dome entrance, I can make my way over there immediately with fast travel. However, there's a bunch of scorpions that are waiting for me, so what I'm gonna do instead is just pop on our Stealth Boy, and now just fast travel over there. And because this map is so small, I'll still have more than enough time to use my Stealth Boy once I'm there. So hey, don't mind me, I'm just gonna go in here. And once I'm over here, that's the final boss of the DLC, the giant scorpion. And you know what? I really don't feel like fighting that thing. So what I'm gonna do instead is just go over to here, unlock this thing, and would you look over here, the emergency shutdown terminal. There we go. And initiate the emergency shutdown. And now... there we go. So that's the end of that thing. So yeah, you can pretty much skip the final boss fight if you just have like a high enough science. Now next up, via here, I can just go in and talk to Dr. Mobius. So, let's see. Ah, here you are, Dr. Mobius.
Oh, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
I'll save it for later.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky talents are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
So, why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh well.
Right, so just to give a quick summary of what's going on. the think tank are pretty much insane, right? Like, they've lost their humanity over the centuries, and they basically do like a lot of crazy shit. Like Night Stalkers, for example, and Cavador are all of their creation, right? And what they basically want is, with my help, to actually be able to escape the Big Empty and like focus on the Mojave, which is obviously a horrendously bad idea, because they'll cause like untold amount of destruction. Now, Dr. Mobius, as far as I understand it, I might be wrong on this, it's been a while since I've like really looked through the story of this, was also part of the think tank, and he kind of figured that out. He was like, oh shit, these guys are actually fucking crazy, and if they manage to get out, they're gonna like cause like incredible amounts of destruction. So he set himself up as the bad guy here in order to scare them, in order to make sure that they don't escape, and they're like forced to stay in the Big Empty. Of course, the problem with him is that he is also getting older, and he pretty much forgot about his entire plan. And yeah, you can see that he doesn't really fully know what he's doing, but he knows he has like good reasons for it. But I want to leave.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
There we go. So I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Alright, goodbye.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
There we go, and I level up again. At this point I really don't need anything like whatsoever, so I'll just take tag. And you know what, let's get a barter up, why not? Alright, brain. There you are, let's have a chat.
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been? Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Wait, why does my brain sound so masculine?
Well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine-sounding voice modulator is to find in the Forbidden Zone. It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on trees. I had to take what I could get.
Are you my brain?
Lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
There's no need to be sarcastic. Meeting your own brain is a slightly odd event.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
Yes, because running around a crater full of bizarre science experiments, hygiene is a top priority.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
So, why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, a, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Well, of course you're responsible. You're my brain.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, Do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
You're the source of most of those glands, unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Admit it, you're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, alright. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things? What about the cool breezes on your cheek, the smell of food, love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
So I could make him stay here instead, but I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
There we go. So I actually have my brain in my inventory now. Let's head back out. Also, before I forget, right over here was the last upgrade, the Robo-Scorpion recalibration file. And now for the final upgrades that I can find, I just need to explore one last time. Hold off just a second on getting the ending slides, guys. I still need to collect a few more things here. And once you deal with Mobius, all the Robo-Scorpions are luckily gone. So now we just need to head to the Botanical Gardens. Here we are. Seed package. That's one. Now keep moving. Just need to grab a few more of those and everything's fine. So just over here. A few more spore plants. Go.
Bad guys dealt with.
Ooh, spore plant pod. And a corrosive glove. Interesting. I'll take this one. And here's the other seed package that I needed. And now time for the final one. Let's take care of you. Make sure you switched over to bulk ammo at this point.
Over.
And there we go. Now with that done, I just need to return the samples to the sink. There we go. Process seed into planter. And here you go. Found a sound file for you.
Right on, baby. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
There we go. That's every single one of them. And I'm pretty sure that's field research also complete. Meaning at this point, everything is done. And I can actually go in here and retrieve my old organs from the auto dock. So if I just go in here, swap my body parts. Let's put my heart back in. And what that does is still less resistant to poisons. And the robot affects alpha stave. But healing items are even more effective. Again, all useless to me, but you know, still cool to have. Let's reattach my spine. Spine is back in the body. Some technologies remain. My strength and damage threshold have doubled. +2. Cool. Pretty sure I have strength 10 now. Alright, think tank. Alright, Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Indeed I am. Doctor.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
So I could make them think that I'm actually Dr. Mobius, but do you think I killed Mobius?
Yes! Wait, you did, didn't you? You are lying. No, you are not. Your heartbeat, perspiration, all excessively confident and sure of yourself. Why would you reason with that maniac? He'll destroy us all!
So I could go hostile with them, but you know what? Maybe you should confer with your colleagues first. Because I've helped every single one of them out in their side quest.
Nonsense. Confer, colleagues. Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dala?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism, breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dala, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, you know, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself. Long and deep. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator of... Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things like names. And you know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brain-hill beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
How dare you? Brainial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary. It's 2-8. Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery. A noble speech, but there is no room in my vocabulators for friend and lobotomite in the same sentence. The very concept, revolting. Perhaps you are irradiated with camaraderie radiation. We have chems for that. We can save you from your emotional addiction.
If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here. This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets as nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here. Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and z together like that. Nonsense! I count as 5. Like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist.
Sounds to me like your math is wrong, and the odds aren't good.
Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender.
It's not a democracy, it's a research facility, and over half your colleagues dispute your findings.
You dare use logic against me?
I do. Here's the deal. I'm not going to surrender. You are.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
You can still do that here, quietly, for me.
For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service, as long as you do not destroy us.
There we go. So I've managed to make them all submit to my leadership. Isn't that great? Alright, let's leave the think tank.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the big empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was. or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ, and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
So I got my brain back in my head. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. And I also got the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder, which allows me to transport between the Mojave and Big Mountain whenever I want. So, the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. Let's use it. Alright, it's good to be back in the Mojave. Alright, now, seeing as we finished up the third DLC, I think we should call the part here. Next time, we're gonna move on to the very final DLC of the game, and maybe even finish it up in one part. We'll see. Once that's complete though, this run will be over, and I'll finally have fully completed Fallout New Vegas without getting hit once. Or at least I hope so, because Lonesome Road is pretty damn tough, and at the level that I'm at, where I'm very close to the level cap, the enemies are tankier than ever, as you might have noticed just now. So it's definitely going to be a huge challenge, but I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. So that's all for next time. For now, I just want to say thank you all for watching. This has been Fallout New Vegas, the no-hit one, having finished Old World Blues, and I'll see you all next time.